Real estate developers are in massive trouble. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It's very important to stay close to the channel in these very tricky times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. It's always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows and sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And folks, real estate developers are about to lose their shorts in this real estate market. Are you seeing what's happening out there? My goodness, this one's getting insane to say the least. My goodness. I always say, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, and they're doing it all over again. Listen, I love real estate. Love it. I do it for free. I always say if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. I'm very fortunate today, but I understand there's going to be booms and busts in the real estate market. And the realities are, friends, is everything, and I mean everything, hinges on the real estate market. When we lose the real estate market, we lose everything. We saw that in the last 2008 bubble. The real estate market went first, and then everything else went along with it. And the realities are, friends, is like I said before, I've seen this movie before. I've seen it firsthand. I've even suffered the effects of the last real estate bubble. That's why, again, I'm here ringing the bell, sounding the alarm, warning people that there's a very strong likelihood that we're going to see another downturn. I mean, for me personally, how could you not? When you artificially stimulate an economy with free money into an inflationary environment and now cooling the markets with rising interest rates without spooking them into a collapse, we're teetering on a razor's edge. Insanity. I laugh at this stuff. It's like a built-in self-defense mechanism to wrap my head around exactly what we're about to live through. But again, one of the things I always say is fear is paralyzing. We cannot operate out of fear. Only a prepared mind is going to see the opportunity. So please prepare yourself right now and try to do it with just a healthy, there's healthy fear and unhealthy fear. And I got some healthy fear for sure, but the reality is it all comes down to our quality of life. I've always said this is the real estate channel, but much bigger than real estate. You can't get consumed with greed. The thing is just acknowledging the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is pretty big at this point. So we have to pay attention to that, friends. But the reality is what I'm seeing now. And again, I'm so entertained when I watch other content creators unwilling to really make a decision on, if they think there'll be a housing market crash or, I respect somebody who says there's not going to be a crash more than somebody who says, well, maybe we'll just have to wait and see. Wait and see. It's going to be too late. Get ahead of the curve, forward thinking, critical thinking. If you're new, subscribe right away. This is the point of this channel, and I'm going to do my best to continue to save as many American lives as I can as we do it, because I know, in fact, that's what we're doing here. Insanity, this stuff. So friends, the realities are, and you've seen them, I'm seeing them, we got to get out possibly and get the camera out at some point so we can go look at them. Here where I live, there's very little land available for, at least in my backyard, to build on. I'm a coastal community here in Southern California. It's the Wild West, a red hot market that's cooling off as well. It's insane. I've always said real estate is local. You know that. Some markets are going to behave differently. The market I live in, usually if we go off the last downturn, it was one of the last to get hit and the first to rebound from it, but it got hit as well. But the ones that are going to get massively hit are the ones out in the middle of nowhere where these builders are just building as much as they can to cater to people. First of all, they catered to people that thought they were going to be able to work remotely. Second of all, some people are willing to commute a few hours into downtown LA from these areas out in the desert, to save a few $100,000 on a house. But unfortunately, it was not forward thinking, because now gas is just crushing any savings that they may have had by buying these houses out of the, where they got to drive to. And so the gas, it's just insane the way this is playing out. So what we're going to see moving forward in this This real estate professional will go out on a limb. This real estate professional will give it to you straight. This real estate professional is not afraid to make predictions because I feel like I got my thumb on the pulse heat mapping this very, very well, or I wouldn't be here with you today. And the reality is, friends, we've seen this movie before. We're going to see it again. Personally, I think the blowback from this one is worse than 2008, and I'm going to go ahead and say it, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I believe that's in fact what we're headed for. And anybody that thinks that there's no chance that that could happen simply just has a added interest in some of these markets and are unwilling to look at that. And I get it. I was that person in the last bubble. So I do get it. I've always said this comes down to the psychology of people, the psychology of sales. Like I said, once people make up their mind to buy, I know as a salesman, you're buying. So if you don't use me, you're going to use someone else. So I'll go ahead and help you with your sale, buying or selling real estate in the biggest bubble ever produced in world history, but you're probably going to get some straight talk as you do it, because I don't want to be the guy that gets the call that says, we're upside down on our asset, we can no longer afford our payment, it's not worth what we paid anymore, we don't know what to do, can you help? Insanity. So what you're going to see, friends, is these big real estate developers that are still under construction, unable to deliver finished homes when now the sales are dropping off a cliff because the federal government is unwilling to raise interest rates to the levels that are needed to calm down inflation. And gas is, in fact, I believe, our black swan event right now. Nothing has gone up in cost more than fuel and energy costs. And we all need fuel and energy costs for everything from, just simply putting gas in the car to buying food to getting it to the grocery stores, for everything. If we don't calm down gas prices, it's going to be our black swan event. It will be the pinprick. And this one might deflate slowly. It could deflate overnight at this point. We've talked about the other shoe about to drop. There's something that we all see what's going on out there right now. Very easily, the other shoe could drop. Some left field black swan event come in out of nowhere. That somebody tells us that we got to start rationing food or some craziness. All of a sudden, herd mentality, fear and panic sets in. Could be a race to the bottom. But just if we heat map and temperature check what's going on in front of our face alone right now, what you're going to see, friends. And again, this is a bold prediction, but I believe a realistic prediction. We've reported in the real estate industry, we always see summertime listings come. They're coming. But this one's going to be on hyperspeed because you have builders with backed up inventory unable to deliver it, and now it's become a shrinking buyer's pool. Less people willing to go buy in this market, and the prices that they had to build, it cost to construct these homes, they're not going to be able to even get a break even out of these properties that are going to come to market at the worst, potentially the worst possible time. The top of the biggest real estate bubble ever produced artificially in world history. I mean, think about it. Let me repeat. You're about to deliver homes that you paid a massive amount of money to build through labor, materials, everything, land, and you're doing it in the worst possible time, the height of a real estate bubble where people are now starting, because of mainstream media, think about recessionary pain, just the basics, shrinking back. It's insane. So what you're going to see is this inventory flood the market. I've reported by the end of the year, we're having a much different conversation. It's going to be saturation of inventory. And I'm already getting a lot of people in the inbox and message in the comments below who maybe bought a year ago, even at those low interest rates, worried about their house. Why? Because their savings account is shrinking every day until it gets to nothing. We've had reports by the end of the year, most people now, any wealth effect that they received through the pandemic stimulus programs is gone. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, somebody wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. You're going to see inventory flood these markets, short of a left field black swan event that easily could come just based on what we're seeing right now, the trend of the housing market, and everything hinges on the housing market. lots of money to be made in real estate, lots of money to be lost there as well when you FOMO in at the height of a real estate bubble, friends. And that's what these builders did. They're upside down, underwater, grasping at straws, can't even get workers to come finish these things. Have you driven through these housing tracts? You barely even see any workers out there. Slow. They aren't able to get them to market. You're going to see unfinished developments, in my opinion. Mark my words. By the end of the year, you're going to see neighborhoods that never got finished. And that's when I plan on buying real estate. I'm hoping you do too. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links are in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to other channels I've appeared on. I think you may enjoy if you're watching from your television set today. Another video will be coming on your screen if you'd like to see more of these videos, along with an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. And if you're interested in 6 free stocks from WEBULL, use my link in the link below, and you will get that even if you only deposit 1 penny into the account. It could be worth up to $12,000 in stocks, and an ETF is a good stock to get into. EKSTER, great smart wallet. Lose your wallet, can find it with your phone. Forbes calls it the best wallet ever made in America. Realthy for real estate professionals. If you're in real estate and you want to make more money, Realthy will do all the work helping your clients after the sale. It's a great service for you. I strongly urge, if you're in real estate, to take a look at that as well. All of it in the link below. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. We will see you on the next video.